complicated than it should be.
Also,
but it is possible.
I insist on using XSplit when everyone else uses OBS. I get set in my ways. That's why I still use Photoshop 6. Insist on using.
I am curious about XSplit.
Well, apparently it's not as good as OBS.
Well, that's probably true, but also for the amount of gripe OBS gives me at times, it's like I'm willing to listen to what another program has to offer.
I think I switched to XSplit because it supported dual streaming better than OBS did, but now we just use Restream, so it doesn't matter so much. Anyway, hello everyone. I see we're live. Everyone, shut up. We've got an ad to play before we do anything else. So I'll just mute Jesse, and see you in a bit.
Are you a fan of Alien, The Thing, or True Detective Night Country? Want a chilling story to listen to on those cold winter nights? Then you need to tune into The White Vault, a fully voiced horror fiction podcast from the folks at Fool and Scholar Productions. The award-winning found-footage show centers around an international rescue and repair team sent to discover the source of a mysterious signal at a remote Arctic research station. The weather takes a turn for the worse, the team becomes trapped, and you guessed it, spookies ensue. Check out The White Vault, available for free on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe now and discover the unimaginable horrors that await beneath the ice.
Well, that sure was fun.
My gosh, my golly, what a good ad that was.
Yes, I'm sure that is a great product and or service. So
I didn't actually make that ad, but I enjoy them.
So, welcome to Yahtzee Tries. I've been away a couple of weeks for various things, but we're back with a bang and little meat for the Adventurers Nigh Morty Bin shippers because Jesse Galina's here.
Hey!
And our first game this week is Bears in Space. Do you know much about this one?
I don't know much about it. It seems fairly absurd, which I feel like is probably a big point.
That was part of the attraction. The only thing I know about it is that it's been described to me as high on life, but good.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of like high on life, so this will probably be a good time.
Yeah, that was like officially like. How long did that game take to beat?
High on life.
Yeah.
Ooh, it can't have been more than like a 8-hour kind of job.
Sounds perfect for that kind of game.
It was pretty linear. All right.
So
we've got bears, we've got space.
So is the only thing you know about it the title and also high on life but good?
Yeah, I forget who said that. I think Marty might have said it.
Okay. Well, I can't hear it, so if there's hilarious dialogue, be sure to let me know.
I'll let you know.
Like these little USB spaceship trucks.
Yeah, this is very things dangling from your bedroom ceiling sort of look to the spaceships.
There was one that looked very much like the 3D Sega Saturn controller, and I'm sure that was on purpose. Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah, this is really going for that comedic tone, isn't it? Comedic take on the opening of Star Wars so far, I'd say.
And E1 Crazy for Life, $4.99 dono on YouTube. Thanks. It says, are you planning to start work on another game in the future, Yahtzee?
Well, I've always got ideas for games. I've been waiting for Star Trek Vagabond to be done for years so I can start work on something else for bloody once. So yes, I've almost never not in a state of making a game.
Solid. I have to say, props to you for actually finishing one, though. Like, it's so easy to start a new project, and so hard to finish one, so that's really good.
Well, starting is the easy part.
Mm-hmm. That's where all the fun ideas you haven't figured out how they're gonna screw you over yet come from.
Boy, this, I wasn't expecting the comedy to be this broad. I mean, slipping on banana skins, that's as broad as it gets.
And Milky1985 subscribed with the Bezo Bucks on Twitch. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right,
did I just kill all these people? Is that the gag?
Was that big button?
Well, I collected a health pack, and then all these people flatlined. But we'll just say somebody else did it. Man, the jump height is pathetic. I'm assuming that's one of the jokes.
That it's basically useless.
Yeah. Oh, well, that we are presently a useless character, and we're going to become a less useless one.
I do like that progression in games, though, where you have someone that's like, you just actively are struggling to do things. And it's like, oh, here's where you could get better.
Okay, now this is a slightly overlong gag.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe the text should have ended at exposition prison ahead. It's sort of already given away the joke.
Hey, that's the famous space astronaut, Captain Maxwell Adams. He's just one mission.
Could that be the joke, though?
After the events that unfolded on Klaxion Delta,
like, that we know it's coming, and then we're also going to get this, like, more exposition dump in front of it, that if we go through that first one just in text, that one's our fault.
Well, it would be funnier if you did the corridor and there was an exposition dump, and then you noticed a sign saying, warning, this was an exposition corridor. And you go, oh, that's why there was so much clunky exposition.
Bearstronaut says Bears in Space. Is this about me? I hope so.
Yeah.
Great name. Oh, it's an elevator. I was curious what that arrow was.
Raw.
Hey Max, it's me, Theodore, and this is Paddington. Sorry to wake you from your afternoon nap. We've just been going over our whoopsie projections when we were.
I'm assuming this is voice acted.
Yes. By nerdy Australian.
Everybody's a nerdy Australian, or just this person?
Either Australian or some British accent.
So what do you think, Max? Do you agree with our whoopsie prevention plan?
Well, that subtitle's helping you out quite a bit there.
Oh, bother. That was a big one. This is General Cuddles of
Well, there are subtitles. If I make my screen bigger, I might actually be able to read along.
And one loose unit.
Okay.
Release those bears in space immediately, or you will be destroyed.
So we're imprisoning a bear, and the space bears are unhappy with us.
You have 10 minutes to comply.
I mean,
the laser beams.
But did the bear do something worth putting him in prison over?
Well, they're a bear.
I mean, that sounds like profiling. Can't just say they're a bear. It could be a bear that, you know, bear tips. Was that your navigation controls?
Yeah, that was my choice.
Nice.
About time you woke up, sleepyhead. It's me, Bertana. But you can call me BT for short. Everyone else does. That dangerous.
Okay, I'm getting the sense this isn't written by professional comedy writers.
More of a comedy is my passion writers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sort of, oh, for my senior project, I'm going to make a comedy game. That's the vibe I'm getting.
is it like jokes you've heard before, jokes that just aren't landing,
They're
jokes that
just...
aren't funny?
I would describe them as overwritten.
How so?
Well, you might have noticed that they used the word whoopsie in that previous scene about 9 times as a euphemism for malfunction. Almost like they were sort of making awkward eye contact with me each time they said it, in the hopes I would finally laugh.
I'd kill it first if it was up to me. Get it close and attack it in the back like a bear. Unsuspecting and
Boy, this
defenseless,
character sounds like it's
that was
voiced
the
by
bear
Jack
code.
Packard,
Use the melee button to take
doing
down
one of his
that
voices.
I do love a Jack Packard voice.
Phew, that was a close one, Max. Let's make our way to the drop pod.
But also, Jack Packard is a professional comedic writer / person. So,
Okay, I've got a
It's-
melee attack.
ooh,
Everybody relax.
Dang it, there's more of them. Here, take my gun.
your Second Amendment, right?
Shoot them in the back before they notice we're here.
Okay, here we go. A gun.
Oh, now you act. That was the actual Second Amendment, right? I was making a bare hands reference, but
Yes. I have the right to bear arms. Here it is.
and bare guns. Blue Bladder Bot. All right, $2 says, "Have you tried Shovel Knight's new campaigns?
Can't say I have.
How many? All right, Blue. How many new campaigns are there?
Yeah, because there was the original, and they did a Plague Knight campaign, and they did... I think they did a King Knight campaign. They've done a bunch, haven't they? Are there new ones?
I don't know. I know there was like at least 2, but I didn't know about the other ones.
Okay, we're shooting robots. I'm waiting to be impressed.
I'm curious if that was the thing from the game or if you're just saying that.
Trying to look for the gag. Don't really see one.
Those buttons on springs.
Blue Blader Bot gives $2 and says 4 campaigns and a Smash clone. Huh.
Oh shoot! I really didn't know about the Smash clone.
I knew about the roguelite thing. Shovel Knight Dig.
Oh, that's a separate game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a different developer, I think.
Oh shoot! What was it? Yacht Club that did the original?
I think so, yeah. Boing, boing.
Phew, we made it, Maxie. It got a bit hairy for a second, but I think we're in the clear now. Really, the nerve of those bots getting in our way. Should we try and rescue all those other bears in space? Prison? Nope, you're right, Max. They would want us not to save them. Okay, let's get out of here.
Max! Wait for me!
Oh, you're alive. There's no room. Bye. Let's roll.
This is a really awkwardly paced comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find awkward comedy really interesting to dissect. So I'm curious how, like, what exactly you feel is awkward about it.
It just, I guess, as you said, it just doesn't really land for me. I mean, there's cringe comedy in the sense of something like Peep Show, where you're supposed to be cringing at how the awkward situation the characters are in. And there's cringe comedy where you just cringe because the comedy isn't very funny. And you can tell it's trying really hard to be funny, and it just isn't. Yeah, the timing on that last gag was sort of ruined by... I had to click to continue between the comedy bits, between the comedy beats.
Oh.
So it kind of spoiled
Yeah.
the pacing on the punchlines a bit. And now we're doing this.
That's a strange choice because I could understand that in like old school, like PS1 where you have to load between each line of dialogue. But on
Yeah.
modern hardware, like you can load a whole sentence, a whole paragraph for someone to listen to.
Yeah.
That's a really strange choice. Like, unless exactly what you're saying, unless it's built for the punchline is supposed to have a beat between it, and then you have that moment of you choosing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's not specifically built for that, that is very awkward.
And now we're doing a retro shooter section. Is the gag going to be that it's going to pull away from the screen and we've been just playing video games on the cockpit computer?
With all the scan lines on this, I would not be surprised if that was the case.
Okay, if I predicted that's what the gag is, then I'm officially funnier than this game. That's the rule.
Oh, it's looking like it's going to be real.
Maybe not. Okay. I guess I was giving the game a little bit too much credit.
Game's got you there.
It just couldn't be asked to animate a proper crash sequence.
Maybe you should drive next
To be fair,
time.
I also could not animate a proper
Take
crash
everything you
sequence.
think you know about bears and forget
But I also couldn't animate anything in this game, so.
You could probably download an explosion sprite.
Fact number 72, we don't take
Just
fall
explosion.exe. Pop it in there.
damage. Fact number 38, we
Oh, wait.
can
Explosion.exe is definitely a virus. Explosion.mov, that's probably the one I want.
Number 15, we can double jump.
Okay, we've suddenly unlocked a lot of mobility skills.
Bear fact number 503, we can
So your
double
jump actually does
dash
something.
while in
Oh,
the
and now you have a
air.
dash, too.
Yeah, now I can double jump and air dash, which is compensating for the low height of the jump. Somewhat.
How high is the double jump?
Well, this is a normal jump, and here's a double jump.
Okay, so are you jumping higher than you were on the ship?
I think I am, yes. Maybe it's a gravity thing.
Oh, look at that big building, Max. I reckon our work is
Robo
gonna be
Knob,
that
the
way.
snob. Oh, you're probably doing dialogue. Hang on, I'll wait.
No, we're all good.
Oh, okay. Robo Knob, the snob, with 5.99 euros. You could spend those almost anywhere
Avoid them.
in the UN, whatever it is. Not the UN, whatever. It's the euros. It says this looks like comedy equivalent of throwing little chicks at the wall, hoping that one of them flies away and turns into a nugget. I would be very impressed if that happened, though.
Well, this might make me some enemies, but so far, I'd say High on Life was funnier than this.
Yeah.
Yes, but maybe that's just subjective. And also, this game isn't fronted by a groomer, as far as anyone knows.
Well, it's got one thing going for it.
Items of bear Tana, the man bear extraordinaire. Thanks for taking care
These
of our
voices sound like one person doing all the voice acting and putting on as elaborate, silly voices as they can come up with, so you don't notice.
thinking. What's a handsome butt like me doing on a scrap hole mining planet like this? Well, let me tell you, I'm a butt of many talents. Most of those talents revolve around Vic Bucks. You see those crates over there? They're filled with Vic Bucks. Break them open as you come across them. Then bring the
Right,
riches
right,
inside
okay.
to me,
Break
and
open
I'll
crates,
provide
collect
you with
currency, I
guns
get
and ammo.
it.
I'm a little low on stock currently. It's on the...
Was that a whole joke of like, do
Not
this
real-
thing that?
No, I
you're
don't think there
supposed
were
to
any.
do in
I don't think there were any jokes in that. That was just
Oh, okay.
exposition, but in a silly voice. And that was the joke.
Don't forget, this baby upgrades the more you use it. So get out
Wait,
there and
what happened to your hands?
Huh.
What? Wait,
I've got human hands, and if I'm holding a gun, I've all got a bear hand.
yeah, and your human hands are so much smaller.
That's weird. Well, the premise is that we've sort of merged with a bear. Our DNA has
Oh.
been merged with a bear. Well, so far the enemies have been kind of boring.
I would really like to know what you look like if you've merged with a bear.
Well, apparently
like
we look like we have 2 normal human arms and a bear arm as well.
Yeah, but do you have 2 bear arms, but you're only using one? Like, I want to know. That, like, for comedy, that seems like a real missed opportunity to show me what bear-human hybrid looks like.
I don't know. It's that they've apparently given you an intriguing mystery box.
Could disagree on the intriguing part. I just want weird art. Also, the like cover art that we were using, it's just a bear. I saw no human hands.
Well, there's a dude next to the bear, isn't there?
Are they molded together? Hang on, let me see. Bears in space.
As I recall of the cover art, it was a bear, and they were carrying a dude on their shoulder.
Yeah. That's not molding. That's just carrying. Also, the guy's backwards.
Oh, God. Another silly voice.
You ever see me kicking it, you know you can take 5. But dudes, don't worry. Jason and Minty always has you covered. If you ever see that auto-saving icon on the bottom of the screen, just remember to be gnarly and not turn off your... And that'd be totally bogus.
Man. Tell me you were born in the 70s without telling me you were born in the 70s.
Oh no, what part did he say that gave that away?
Well, it's when he described something bad as being totally bogus.
Oh.
Well, it's in line with what I've come to expect of comedy in a lot of modern culture these days, and that it's the school of let's just keep talking, and hopefully something I say will be funny.
Yeah, I really don't enjoy that. That's a... Oh man, one of those things that people do, and like, how did we get to this point? I mean, not that it's like brand new, like this is the first time we've ever had history where annoying people making weird jokes was, you know, in trend. But like, yeah, just that like, you say something weird and you don't shut up.
Yeah.
And it's just
then
like, oh yeah.
And then the joke is that you're being awkward and facetious.
Right, or just being a bag of dicks. Like, that's also sometimes just the joke. Like, oh, you said something rude or stupid, and then you had no self-awareness about it, and then you kept saying stuff that was rude and stupid.
Yeah, the joke is the character is extremely socially unaware.
Yeah, that doesn't really work just on its own. Like, that's a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, I always think of that as the Borderlands method of writing dialogue.
I do not like the humor in Borderlands. Eric Whiteart with 20 R's and says, I guess you can't bear the game's humor.
Oh, no.
Thanks, Eric. Pegasus blame Beavis and Butthead?
Man,
No.
Beavis and Butthead was funny and subtle.
Yeah, they actually had jokes.
Yeah. There was much deeper satire going on. Although maybe that's like nostalgia talking.
I would agree that... Oh, go ahead.
No. The shit I liked when I was 12 is the only time when things were good.
All right, that's a fair assumption, and trying to make sure you're not being, really nostalgia blind. I will say I didn't watch Beavis and Butthead until I was an adult, and all the episodes I've seen, which granted aren't a ton, are legitimately funny, and there is some good satire in it. Like, it is not just hyperviolence and dumb kids being dumb kids. Like, there's definitely that. Like, that's the hook, but it's not the only thing it's coming to the table with.
Did you ever watch Beavis and Butthead Do America?
No, I've never seen the movie.
I think it holds up pretty well.
I should definitely watch it.
Alright, well, I did something. I opened up this door.
Aha! The wagon killer caught Red Clawed in the act.
Nani? Show yourself, ghost voice.
They're doing that thing where I need to click for it to do the comedy beats again.
Did you just hear someone speak? I swear I just
God,
heard
that's such a shame.
Quit your tomfoolery. Your time has come, bandit.
Ah, it was you.
'Cause, like,
That makes sense. Max, be a doll and
I mean,
kill them,
you
would
can write comedy games for that pause, and the fact that they're not doing that is just real rough.
You now have multiple weapons, Max. Hold the
Pause,
weapons
eh?
select
Like a
button
bear's
on the weapon
paws?
wheel. Bears experience the flow of time at a tenth the speed a human does. So when you open the weapon wheel,
Is
I'll
that
slow
what it
down
said?
time. You better believe that's bear fact number 21.
Okay.
Okay, so one gun is a shotgun, one is a pistol. This looks like a machine gun.
Yeah. SMG, perhaps.
Yeah, what, like... Because I'm looking at chat and other stuff's going on. Is there, like, a theme? Like, oh, why are they looking like this? What do they shoot? Why do they shoot, like, these types of weapons? Is there, like, in-game reasoning for this?
I guess it's like just standard retro sci-fi stuff. Here are your ray guns.
But they're not ray guns. They're shooting, like, clearly some sort of, like, bullet-style projectile.
Well, what's a ray gun?
It shoots rays and is
what-
a gun.
And what's a ray?
A beam of some kind.
But there must have some kind of physical presence in that beam, or it wouldn't cause any damage.
Well,
I mean, a
but it
rail
could-
gun is a super accelerated projectile that looks
Yeah.
like a ray gun.
but it could be like plasma or hard light or...
See, again, they should have stopped writing at the first 3 words. No secrets here, that's the gag.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just... The joke just keeps going. That's what I mean by overwritten.
Yeah.
You should stop when the punchline has been delivered. Unless you're going for the awkwardness thing again. That was a very Doom-style monster closet.
You know, as someone who hasn't played Doom, I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's right. You haven't played any games.
I've never played a game in my life.
You
I
haven't?
faked my way to this point.
You haven't played Doom. Well, that's an easy one to resolve. Just play Doom. You could do it like right now while we're talking.
I mean, I have, what is it, Doom 64? That was free on the Epic Store, so that's like technically in my library. Also, trying to play Doom, I don't know what version of Doom to play. There's like Doom, there's like Final Doom, there's Doom 64, there's like Ultimate Doom, there's like Doomaruma Rambam. Like, there's just 50 versions of it, and I, as someone who just wants to play the game, I do not know what one I'm supposed to play to get like the Doom experience.
Okay, well, original Doom is these days most usually sold as the Ultimate Doom, which was the name of the 4th level expansion. So if you want the very, very first Doom experience, you could probably find the Ultimate Doom and play that.
Okay, Ultimate Doom.
Yes, and then after that, you got Doom 2, which is where they introduce half the monsters that are famous for being in Doom. And that's why they introduced the super shotgun as well.
Ooh.
Although otherwise it's basically the same. again, a silly voice to disguise there's only one voice actor.
Robo Knob the Snob. I just find that name funny. Y'all got some good names. With 5.99 euros, we all know what those are. I think this reflects an issue with AAA games. They stopped trying to be earnestly funny, so indies try to fill the market. Results vary wildly.
Yeah, because the thing about indies is that there's a low barrier to entry, and you're not going to get like Adult Swim level writers making amateur video games. And I sometimes get the impression that writing and like comedy writing is one of those things that everyone just assumes they could do if they tried.
Like writing a novel where it's like, yeah, I could write a book.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, speaking as someone who's written 7 novels, writing a novel is bloody hard.
This is very true. It is very difficult.
But even like writing an essay requires expertise with spelling, punctuation, grammar, and how to lay out a nice readable sentence.
Oh, Shinzu with £2. It says, just want to alert Yahtzee to devs in chat.
Oh, how embarrassing. I've been talking shit about this game this whole time. Boy, that's egg on my face. Boy, I'm going to be nice to this game from now on.
That's on the subject of writing novels. True feedback, invaluable with how good it is. Like someone's actual feels about a thing.
Yes, the difficult part is separating yourself from your work, I think. A lot of people struggle with that. And take criticism personally.
Yeah, it's very much a thing of like... I mean, you know, you put yourself into it because it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah. So inevitably there's a sense of protectionism, I suppose.
Yeah. But like a thing, if you do anything creative, is like the work is an expression of you in a moment, not it is you.
Yes. You are just a conduit for your influences.
Denmark with $5 from the Americas and says, I've been watching Yahtzee religiously since 2017. I bet I could write comedy. /S. That's good sarcasm right there.
Well, there are worse ways to start than just by consuming a lot of comedy. I mean, that's what I did. But then comes having to practice writing your own comedy. And you need to do a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
I think it was Stephen King who said his day job was to read 4 hours a day and then write 4 hours a day.
Makes a lot of sense.
Anyway, we're getting more into the core gameplay now, and less with the slightly cringy humour. And
well,
so
how
far,
is the core gameplay?
It is a shooter.
Yeah.
That's doing the sort of bullet hell thing where everyone fires not slightly slow-moving projectiles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding the robot enemies a little bit boring to fight. I'd really like to fight some squidgy aliens.
Devin King with the $5 from those Americas. It says, I thought we were supposed to consume clowns to learn comedy. Yeah, you can do that too.
Clowns don't know shit about being funny.
What? You need to hang out with some better clowns.
I guess. I've found them all rather creepy company.
Mike Sherry with $5 in YouTube. Thanks, Mike. Says the old adage still applies. Drama is easy, comedy is hard. And to add to that, this gem from Robin Williams, there is no stand-up drama scene.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, well, Isn't that just a one-person play? Like a stand-up drama?
Yeah, a monologue. But I guess there's a
Yeah.
reason why there aren't monologue clubs, where people come on open mic nights to show off their own monologues.
Open monologue night. Okay, but you say that, but also if I saw an advertisement for open monologue night and it was like open mic night where it was like you get 5 minutes and then you gotta get off this stage, I would 100% go.
This is the right one.
This key is. I asked for. This'll take care for wasting my time.
Because that sounds bananas and very fun.
Okay, we're doing an extended gag here.
What's the gag?
Well, firstly, we have to flush a red key down this toilet to gain entrance. But all the
Okay.
keys being offered are red. And
So is there like a slight difference on one of them?
I don't think there is. I think that might be the gag.
It's just you could pick any key?
Yeah.
See if this is the right one.
That's not a key.
Oh no, that was fire engine, not red.
Listening pain will help you figure this out.
And every time we choose the wrong key, he spawns some enemies.
All right, Earth Beast. Last chance to get this right. Now remember, red.
Robo Knob Snob with another $5.99 in the pounds. Nope, that's the euros. It says some people risk to just become a worse version of their inspiration. Case in point, my videos are a dollar store version of Yahtzee plus Donkey.
Well, it's good you've come to terms with these things.
Hey, the best way to get good at something is to be bad at it and then get better.
Exactly. I think it was Dave Grohl was talking about how it's a shame this whole American Idol culture has created this idea you just need to show up and be good at something straight away. When how Nirvana started was that a bunch of guys just got together in a garage and sucked for a while. But they had such fun sucking, they kept doing it until they stopped sucking.
Yeah. And now it's the Dave Grohl we know and love. That was I think it's Jen Herkenroder. She does like
That is the last time we're dealing
like drones and like I know her because she's in BattleBots and she fights robots, or makes fighting robots. And she was like, yeah, if you want to start something, don't wait until you have the skills to start it. Start doing it, and then you will gain the skills for what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good way to put very dangerous people in command of aircraft, I suppose.
Okay, but you don't start off flying the plane. You start with learning how to fly.
Right.
Like, you do have to start at the right spot.
But how do you learn by doing in that case? Without
MS
dying
Flight
horribly?
Simulator, I believe.
Okay. I'm sure it's absolutely the same.
Also, take flight lessons. You know, have a person there to teach you how to fly, and then also take control when something goes horribly wrong.
Well, that was me thinking you hadn't thought this through.
El Vogel? I don't know how to say that. You can let me know, and I'll try and say it right next time. With 250 RSD. That's a lot of RSD. I wonder how much that's worth. It says, Yahtzee, if you could pronounce my username, I'd do a review of your Jacques Macau books. I promise to tie it to Dark Souls somehow. The name is E.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, okay.
El Nigo. How did I do?
I like that it turned into like part of a phrase you could only say while twirling a mustache.
El Nigo.
Go.
Okay.
Shoegazer says it's $2.31. I have no reason to doubt you, so I believe it. And Vingo, says almost had it.
Oh. Well, jeez. No one tell me I suck at games anymore.
Is there like some nice? You're using a mouse, aren't you?
Yep. On a slightly unsteady lap desk. Oh, it's you. A worthless spray bottle that fires bubbles. Full ammo. Full armor. Secret navigator.
3-barrel gun. Oh, too expensive.
Okay, I'll bite. I'm gonna buy the squirt bottle gun. Well, that's nice.
So it can break boxes. See, I like this idea for a gun. Like, which I'm sure was a lot of work to make because it's a completely different style, like animation setup.
Damn it, this gun isn't very useful at all.
Oh, if only they had warned you somehow.
I thought it was a joke. Thought it was a joke, like the cave story joke. Ha ha, here's the best gun in the game. But if you upgrade it once, it becomes the worst gun in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I died.
Oh. What was that about being great at games?
Well, if I hadn't started the fight with the bubble launcher, I probably wouldn't have died horribly then. So. Oh, and at least I get my money back.
Hey, nice.
Can't buy that, and don't really want any
Can
of
you
that.
buy a question mark?
Secret locator.
Oh, okay.
I can't be bothered.
That's fair. Sorcerer Luke says, Blaze was Mother Gunship. Take the components apart and create something great. I love Mother Gunship. The gun building mechanic in that is so good.
I think I played that.
Did you make a gun so big it filled your screen?
Might have done.
Okay, then you might have played it. It's a very fun game.
That's the roguelike thing, right?
No, I think the levels are linear, but I could be wrong. It might be a roguelike. I didn't think it was, but I could be wrong. If you find secrets and do side quests, then you get the loots, and that's how you get more expensive goods.
Oh, it makes it sound so simple. Well, I don't intend to be with this game terribly long, so I'm just sort of pushing through critical path style. Okay.
What are those soda cans?
Which ones?
That's health. Like back there, that 6-pack right there.
That's health as well. It's like bigger health.
Oh.
Yes, at Duke Nukem 3D, the health items were supposed to be colas and 6-packs. And if you played around with the level editor, you discover that the items for small health and large health in that game were still called in the game files cola and 6-pack. Ow. Oh, yeah, it turns around.
Oh,
it's
okay,
not
6-pack. It's
okay.
shotgun ammo.
Okay.
It shoots D batteries, and somehow that's even more terrifying. Which honestly, if you shot D batteries out of a railgun, that is both physical damage and acid damage when they explode.
Yeah. Is it corrosive acid that goes in batteries?
I mean, it'll definitely corrode some stuff, or at least it used to. I don't know if they've changed that.
Well, I wouldn't drink it. I'm just wondering if I'd pour it on my face.
No, like if it like you can. I was told when I was a kid it can like erode your skin.
Right.
Like yeah, don't drink it. Like
I mean, the really corrosive stuff, like the Breaking Bad body disposal stuff, that's hydrofluoric acid, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's hydrofluoric, but yes, it's. I don't think battery acid will erode an entire person, or at least not a reasonable amount of it.
Hey, are you the astronomer nerd I've heard so
That's a
little
Google
about?
search. How many batteries do I need to crack open to dissolve a body?
There you go. I'm sure there's more economical options if you happen to be in the Home Depot looking for a way to dispose of a body.
It is I, Dr. Astronomer, surveyor of the galaxies and windows everywhere. Yeah, cool. We're looking for a way back to Earth. Can you help us on that? Yes. Such computations are well within my capacities, but unfortunately...
Yep, I'm going on a list. You're right, chat. I am.
Without one, my bifocal receptors
How would you
are
dispose of the
depleted
body?
reserve. Enough, Poindexter. Just tell us where we need to
I
go.
would assume if I'm in a situation where I have to dispose of a body, I have already thought this out and looked it up, and I'm not in that position.
Well, let's say you found yourself spontaneously and accidentally murdering a burglar one night and decided you didn't want complicated questions because you got illegal drugs in your house. So you need to get rid of this dead burglar before anyone notices it.
I'm gonna be honest. It's the punishment for the illegal drugs is gonna be way better than the punishment for I hit a body when they definitely find it.
Ah, but prisoner's dilemma. You could get away with no punishment at all if you hide the body properly enough.
I don't believe I would. I think I would hide it very poorly, despite my best efforts.
That's the honey, Max.
Well, maybe you wouldn't. I mean, you got the first thing going for you is that random burglar death means that there's no clear motive, and that's how like 99% of murders are solved. And also, nobody knows this burglar was here because they didn't advertise the fact they were going to break into your house.
Probably not. I mean, they might have told their friends. You know, like when you go on a date and you're like, all right, here's where I'm going, meeting this person for the first time. If you don't hear back from me, here's everything I know about them.
Well, you do that if you're an idiot who wants to get caught for burgling people's houses. So most burglars wouldn't say or admit that they're going to go and burgle a specific house. So really what you've had here is a free murder. You've just got an inconvenient body you have to get rid of.
Any ideas I can think of how to dispose of this body? I'm not sure I want to say publicly, in case for some reason I ever need to do this, and then people would know my one secret of how to get rid of a body.
Well, as I say, you've already got the advantage that there's no motive. So even if people find the bits, they're not going to connect them back to you.
That's true, unless there's DNA evidence.
Well,
Like
then you just
shed a hair on him.
put some gloves on.
What if I gotta put a shower cap on too.
Well, all right then. You've already figured this out. You've already thought further ahead than me. I was just going to put gloves on.
No, you gotta put like a hazmat suit on. You gotta keep all your DNA, all your skin falling off, all your hair, all your sweat. What if you're bleeding?
Look, are the police really going to go out of their way to search for DNA on just random bits of body that showed up?
I mean, maybe. What if it's a slow day? They're like, well, we got nothing better to do.
This thingy back to the dweeb.
Let's search this body for DNA.
Yeah, why not?
Robo Knob the Snob with 499 euros, stopping us from talking about bodies for a brief moment, says, Yahtzee, will you bother reading reviews for Starstruck Vagabond, or you feel more inclined to ignore them, at least at first?
Well, I would probably
Wanted one of these.
want to see how the general reaction is, yes.
You're looking for a way back
but it'd be difficult not to let negative reviews bother me.
Pretty secluded neck of the galaxy after all. But if you continue on past this door, you'll eventually make your way to a travel agency.
So do you think you will read when reviews go out for it? You will be day one on embargo checking them?
Well, yeah. Probably want to see the response. But anyway, about this body we're trying to dispose. Now, I feel like what I would probably do is I'd put them in the bath. I get a hacksaw and cut it into little bits. Put all the bits into separate garbage bags. Wrap up all the garbage bags with duct tape, and then... oh, wait. Before we wrap them up with duct tape, we also put some rocks in the garbage bags. And then we wrapped it all up with duct tape, and then we just chuck it all in the sea.
So this is a 1-for-1 Dexter getting rid of a body.
I suppose. I kind of stopped watching Dexter after a while.
Well, fun fact, that's how he gets rid of bodies in every season, so...
Well, that must mean it's a good idea, then.
For any cops listening, this is hypothetical. Thanks, Jonathan Ross. Appreciate that.
No, I died.
I mean, I don't think that... Do you have a boat?
No, but I live near the coast.
Yeah, but how would you get, like, you can only throw a bag of rocks and body parts so far.
All right. Maybe not the sea. I would take them out to the desert and bury them in the sand.
How deep?
Fairly. I mean, choose a nice sort of like spot that no one really ever goes to. Just dig a big hole and sling them in. Maybe in that case I wouldn't bother with the plastic bags and the duct tape, because then you can count on small animals to dispose of it for you.
I say at that point, why, like, if you want small animals to get rid of it, yeah, just chop it up, why bury it? Just like go somewhere where where people generally don't go, leave it out, and then little things don't have to dig it up. They just go straight for it.
Well, they're not all
Vultures.
It's not like a piranha lake. They're not just waiting for meat to drop in so they can all swarm it.
No, but I assume, like, you leave a body out there, like vultures or something are going to come by.
Well, they probably wouldn't dispose of the whole thing expediently. So you'd want to put it in an isolated place to maximize the possibility of it all being eaten before any authorities discover it.
And spread it out in multiple spots.
Yeah. And just in case, make sure to take a blowtorch to the face, remove all distinguishing features, smash in the teeth with a hammer, and cover up all identifiable tattoos somehow.
Probably with the same flamethrower.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you do with the teeth? Like, you pull them out, but then what?
You don't do anything with them. The whole idea of taking them out is so that they can't identify the corpse with dental records. Are you some kind of weirdo wanting to do stuff with teeth?
No,
Man,
I'm just saying, like,
there's me trying to have a sensible conversation
about hiding bodies. Yeah, but like so you pull the teeth out, you still have the teeth. You just leave them next to the body? Like, you still gotta put them somewhere.
Okay, I'll grind them up in my mortar and pestle and hide it in the oatmeal at the local orphanage.
Give some extra calcium.
Yeah, it's good for them, probably.
I do appreciate it's probably Nick in the second one account that just says, I would weekends at Bernie it. I feel like that is the correct answer. Just be like, what, Robert? This is my new roommate, Bernie. And then you just...
I love that weekend at Burnsing it is now an accepted verb.
Oh, yeah. I don't think... I remember trying to watch that movie once and not really liking it, but the concept was just great.
Sure. And it gives
Devin
us
King
gives us an effective verb for future usage. if we ever need to describe the same scenario.
Yeah, we get a Burnsy it.
No, Maxwell. Now is not the time.
Devin King with $2 says, "Congrats, Second Wind is now on terror watch list." Yep.
Oh, man, I've almost got enough for the tri-shooter.
Besmirch with $2 says, "Yahtzee, use an incinerator." But where are you going to get access to an incinerator, Besmirch? Oh, I missed a previous dono.
Yeah,
From...
I mean, I don't know where the incinerator is.
Yeah, and then you just have to get access to it, and then you have to make sure that whoever actually runs the incinerator, it doesn't, squeal on you.
Yeah.
Or know that you used it. It's extra hard.
Yeah, I mean, you could go in disguise, but,
Yeah, but you still can't just go up and be like, "Hey, I'm just a random person here to burn a body. Don't worry about me."
Oh, I'm not burning a body. I'm just burning these several small garbage bags wrapped in duct tape.
Don't worry about it. Eric Whiteshirt with 20 R's. It says, "There is no body to hide if you feed it to the dog."
I wouldn't do that to Toffee. Toffee would
How
never be...
long would it take for Toffee to eat a body?
Oh, man. I mean, he doesn't have a huge stomach, although he doesn't seem to know that. He'd probably eat enough to make him throw up 15 times. And then you still got the bones to deal with.
I feel like they would take Toffee a solid 9 months to eat a whole body.
Yeah, make a little project, little bonding activity for the two of us.
Fungus Finder at $2 says, "Hello, officer? Yes, this stream right here."
Man, we haven't mentioned killing anyone specific.
Lampy with 5. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I guess it illustrates how little the game is taking up space in our headspace. Because we've been talking about disposing of a body for the last 20 minutes. Yeah, I just defeated a boss, I guess. I don't know who they were or why I was fighting them. But I shot a lot of things at them and they died, which is all that one could expect from a boss fight, I'd venture.
Well, good news. They're a robot, so you don't have to hide their body.
I mean, I could, if it could be my new hobby. I'm going to dispose of bodies I don't need to hide, so that when I really need to hide a body, I already have the skill set.
Where are you going to get bodies that you don't need to hide?
From the grocery store. I'll start with chickens.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
start with hiding chickens. Move up to, I don't know, rump roasts. Then I'll hang out at the dumpster behind the veterinary clinic. So whenever they chuck a dead dog in there, I'll take that and practice disposing of it.
I could be wrong. I'm not a certified vet, but I don't think they chuck dead dogs in the garbage because I think they're considered biohazard.
No, I realized that as I was saying it, because my last dog got cremated. We got the ashes and everything.
Mm.
I mean, they didn't even ask us our preference. They just said, now which urn do you want the ashes in? Here's a nice catalogue. I don't know about you.
Catalog?
I don't know about you, but at the moment when I'm delivering the corpse of my beloved dog to the vet, it's not the time when I want a fucking catalogue pushed in my face and asked what urn I want the ashes put in.
That's very true. All right, we got several super chats to get through now. Lampy with £5 says, "What if Toffee developed a taste for it and refused to eat anything else?"
Well, now we've just done Act 1 of a Little Shop of Horrors style comedy horror movie, which will be remade as a musical several years later.
I love it. And now we'll do a remake where it's Toffee. Dipshit the Clown with $9.99 of the American dollars says, "If you're getting a copy of the Adventurers Night card game, are you choosing the original art style or the Red Dragon Inn style?"
Well, actually, we are all getting copies of the Adventurers Night Red Dragon Inn card game because we are Adventurers Night.
Oh,
And,
they're giving us copies.
personally, I've expressed a preference for the Red Dragon Inn art style because I've seen our Adventurers Night art style. I've seen tons of it. I want to see someone else's take on it. It's all the fun of seeing fan art, except it's professional.
Professional fan art.
Yeah.
I feel similarly. I really like the Adventurers Night style that they did. I actually really, really like those cards, but I'm so curious about what their style art is too. Honestly, I just want both. Like, if I only get one, I will probably end up buying the other one, and just to have that, because it's a thing we do with a character I made. It's in a game made by someone else, real professionals. Like, that's career moment right there.
Yeah, I've had fan art of my stuff done, and it's always cheers me up for the day, especially if it's really good. I mean, I guess fan art that sucks is also flattering in its own way. I mean,
I also love crappy fan art.
Maybe they could put some fucking effort in next time, but sure, lovely.
As like that anybody put any amount of time to do a thing, it's like, oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I had mixed feelings about AI art. Because someone posted an AI art picture of Mortimer, and I was like, that looks really good, but it's AI art, so I guess I hate it.
AI art is, not as...
Did you just make that shot?
That's its own thing that we'll get to. So, dipshit, the answer is both. Because they're both going to be great. And also, the Adventurers Night Red Dragon Inn standalone expansion. I think it has 3 days left because it'll end on Saturday in like the early evening, I think, like 4 o'clock or something. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you should totally get that now. Everything's unlocked for it. And you get to choose which art style you want.
Huh. Did I just lock myself out of something?
Uh-oh.
Like, the dude said, hey, come and try out with my basketball team. So I went down this corridor, and the dude said, do you want to join the team? And yes or no? And I answered no as a joke. And they just sealed off the corridor and said, right, see you later then.
Uh-oh.
No, that is an intentional joke. Fine. That is the one joke I appreciate in this game so far. Actually, it's 2 o'clock, so I'm going to kick this in the
soft
head.
locks you?
Yeah.
Besmirch with $2. Jesse, we don't need to hide robot bodies. For now. I guess that's true.
So that was Bears in Space. Any final conclusions on that before we move on?
Well, I didn't get to hear it, but from what I heard from you, it did not sound like my kind of humor. And I'm not huge on shooty bang bangs just doing that, so doesn't really seem like something I'm going to look at.
No, and as someone who likes comedy and shooty bang bangs, I found it a generally rather unsatisfying experience. Sorry, Broadside Games. Can't please everyone.
That is true. That's also a very important thing to learn when you're doing anything creative and artistic, is you can't please everybody. You got to try and find your audience.
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
My name is Your Mom. All right. Gives $5 and says, where I live, we have what's called bottomless lakes, which are like 5 to 10 feet of water that are 50 to 100 feet of inescapable muck. Problem solved.
There you go.
But how do you get things to sink in them?
Stones.
Like, would you just
in the
just
garbage
enough weight
bags?
to put those rocks in them?
Enlist a sarlacc? I don't know.
Lampy says, I gave you crappy fan art I don't use anymore. You did, Lampy. I'm sorry. I'll try and put it on next time I stream.
Okay. Here we are in a difficult game about climbing, which forgoes the title screen and just dumps you straight in this bit of water. Now, I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, hey, isn't this just Bennett Foddy's getting over it?
I honestly was thinking exactly that.
I was thinking similar thoughts, but no, because this is about climbing, as it says in the title.
Okay. And not being in a bucket. with a hammer.
Although we are a bald man with no shirt.
I was gonna say it looks like the same character model, just with legs.
I don't think it was a model in Bennett 40. I think that was a 2D sprite, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Just saw it too. Yep. Mary just saw it, miss. We're back.
Oh, slippery. Okay, the green slimy bit is slippery, as one might expect.
So what are the controls for this?
It's left analog stick or right analog stick to control, to rotate the arms.
Okay.
And left trigger and right trigger to grip.
Okay. And that's it?
Yep, that's your lot.
All right. Seems simple enough. Can you do, like, jumps and stuff if you move them both, let go at the same time?
I'm assuming as much. Okay, this is starting to... The shits are starting to get fucky. Ah! Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're so buoyant.
You can't move without... You can only move your arms, so you have to swim across the surface of the water in that slightly glamorous way I just did.
Glorious.
Oh, slippery.
Lampy's saying the person who made this did a video about its creation. The person is just a model from the stock asset store.
Yeah,
and that's why it looks the same. Yeah, I believe. I am sure everything from this is from the asset store.
Yeah.
Which I am not going to fault. Like, oh no,
No,
they didn't make every single thing themselves. Like, no, it's...
No, that's not really practical these days, is it?
Yeah.
No!
Apparently it was a YouTuber named Ponty Pants, not Potty Pants.
Okay. Yeah, I'm willing to bet they didn't program this physics engine either.
Probably not.
Can I go this way? Oh. I can, but there's nothing there.
He's American Ninja Warrioring that.
If you say so. Oh.
Oh, okay, so if you twist your arms, you can knock yourself off.
Aha.
So you have to be aware of if your arms cross over each other.
That's good thinking, because I've done like indoor rock climbing, and you must never cross your limbs.
Yeah, it does seem like a good way to fall.
It's a good way to fuck up your center of gravity. Okay, what's the best approach to this, I wonder? Can I just reach across here and grab the rock? There we go.
Did Jesse play Getting Over It? No, I did not. I saw it and I was like, I get it, so I never played it.
Well, fair enough. No, I never
Didn't
played.
really seem like my game.
I never played it myself either, actually.
Really?
As you say, I saw videos of it and then thought, "Yep, I get it."
That's the game.
Okay, clicking the tree branches is what you're supposed to do there. Don't you slide off, you silly baldy man. Because what these climbing games never really factor in is the legs. The legs are the most important things when you're climbing. It's like 2 extra ways to stick to the wall.
Yeah.
This guy can't be a very good climber if he's not using his legs.
Well, from the look of it, that is true. Sean! Oh, all the way down.
This is a lot harder than it looks.
Oh, I believe it. It's like playing Quap, where it's like, come on, you just press the things, and then you play it, and you're like, oh, I get it. This is very hard.
Getting over it sort of ate Quap's lunch, didn't it, in the realms of deliberately difficult physics-based movement games.
I don't know, because I've actually played Quap, so it's got something on that game. That might be the only thing it has on it, but it's got that. Sean with $5 Canadian says, "Hey Yachts, ever consider giving the Wonderful 101 another shot now that it's on Steam and therefore runs acceptably with no screen switching?"
I don't know. I mean, I'm generally not really into that sort of high difficulty platinum style combat anyway. Especially not now I'm old and my reflexes have gone to shit.
So you did review the original on Wii U?
Yeah, on Wii U. And I think a lot of people concluded, much as I did, the game suffers a little from kind of shitty onboarding. But I've since watched videos of it, of people who like really get into it, and I think there's a lot to be said for it. It's
but not enough to play it.
No.
Okay, so there's some level of physics too, because when you like drop down, you do lose height as well. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And Shinzu Akachi, hi, with £2 says, "I'm weirdly getting Newgrounds nostalgia vibes."
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that was
Bennett Foddy itself was referencing an old indie game called Sexy Hiking, which came out around that sort of Newgrounds era of weird indie games. Well, it wasn't a Newgrounds game itself, I don't think.
Yeah, and like that was kind of the bread and butter of Newgrounds in a lot of their games. Was like, all right, you take this one mechanic, and then you just kind of like, how many things can we do with this? So it's like a climb. Okay, how do you make this more difficult? How do you make this different? How do you get people to keep coming back on their lunch break?
It was a bold experimental time.
Yeah. I didn't play a lot of those games, but I really appreciate a lot of what they did for gaming.
Yes. Like Edmund Macmillan and Super Meat Boy came out from that whole set.
Mm-hmm.
And if it hadn't been for that, we wouldn't have Binding of Isaac and all those wonderful runs through dungeons full of human shit. This is kind of doing my hands in, having to keep the triggers held down.
Yeah. You gotta get that PS5 controller where it like makes it harder to hold them down the longer you hold.
I'm not a big fan of the PS5 controller.
Oh yeah? Like just in general, or that particular gimmick it has?
Yeah, I always feel like the triggers require too much power to pull in. Oh, nearly had it then. Yeah. See if I can just scramble up the slime. Yeah. Well, no, that's not gonna work.
Like if you just do like a right, left, right, left, right, left.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's working.
Nice.
Scrambling up the slime is a strat.
Solid strat it is.
Oof. Oh, shit. Ow. Okay.
So much arm crossing happening.
Yeah, it's hard to avoid at this point. Oh, you cheeky bugger. Okay. Okay, you can grab the bushes, and they don't.
One of them's gonna like pull out.
Oh. Have a little cry, pick yourself up, dust yourself down, and keep at it.
Nick mentioning that, I don't know, maybe Nick, you're the one who's gonna do this. This is a super cut of all the times you fall.
Oh, yeah. And remember to put it to the theme tune of the 90s Jim Henson sitcom Dinosaurs. Which I always thought was very good montage music.
Trying to remember what that sounds like. It has like big like brop, brop, brop horns in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Those I love dinosaurs. Those puppets scared the crap out of me.
Yeah. That whole breed of puppet. Although I used to have like a terrible fear of theme park mascot costumes.
That's fair.
So I might be biased.
SVS Guru 2000 with €2. Hi. It says, is this the Quap sequel? Spiritual successor, I would say. But a lot of these games are definitely cut from that cloth.
La da da. Something relaxing about that. La da da. Yeah da 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 da.
How far can you swim?
Da da da. Da 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 da. I have no idea. Probably quite far. I'm assuming this map is very, very large.
You don't think like a shark's gonna eventually eat you just to get you back to the center?
No, I think that's not the kind of high difficulty this game deals with. Getting over it with Bennett Foddy was a weird thing. Because it was super, super hard, but it was also very genteel. Like in a slightly condescending way.
Yeah, it didn't have like relaxing music and stuff.
Like you'd fall in and then there'd be some relaxing music and the narrator would say, hey, it's okay, try again.
Which I'm sure frustrated some people even more.
Yeah, it probably came across as patronizing.
First
Super
person
fast
mod.
Speedrun.
Oh, yeah. That actually seems like a legit strategy because you could go up the slime that way too.
Yeah. Not terribly efficiently.
Nick says this is the climbing I wanted more of in Jason.
Yeah. More of this and less space whales.
Yeah.
It's one of those games where you keep inadvertently making noises with your mouth as you play. There's another one. Da la 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 la. It's like putting on a little chorus room dance at the end.
Yeah.
There's a little punctuation for your failure. Are you all enjoying watching me fail? Here's a little dance to make it all the more amusing.
I feel like that's a really solid thing to do in a game. It's like, oh, when you always fall back to zero, like, oh, here's a little reward, a little comedic thing, a little something.
Da 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 da.
Yeah, it just takes the sting out of failure a little bit.
It's like, I think it'd be nice to have a little point where you could just stop and take a little rest, but it's not that kind of game.
It's true. No ledges.
Just sand had ledges. Had a ton of ledges. Oh. Oof. Okay.
I think you should practice your quick climbs, your left, right, left, right.
Yeah, I've had mixed results with that.
Well, maybe you just got to practice more.
Okay, that time it didn't work out terribly well.
Jumbly one was saying getting over address you in a very condescending way. Yeah. That it's also very much an interpretation.
Yeah.
Of like how you like getting talked to.
There we go.
Nice.
Just got to try to use momentum. The shiny metal you slide off as well, but if you can grab the top of it, then you're all right.
Oh. Nick says, I'm enjoying this failure after Yahtzee made fun of my height today. Face. But I was there. Yahtzee didn't make fun of your height. He just said how tall you were. I don't think it was, unless I missed it.
Well, I wasn't making fun. I just pointed out, like, a picture we all took at the end of GDC, where I was standing right next to him, and he was a really, really tiny man next to me.
Yeah. I mean,
don't take it personally. Most people are very tiny next to me.
Yeah, that's not making fun of. That's just an observation that when you're next to Yahtzee.
Well, now where?
Oh, I think you gotta learn to jump.
Are we following the arrow?
Oh.
I think we might be following the arrow.
You gotta do a leap of faith.
Aha.
Oh.
Okay, so swing.
Nice. Ooh, bones.
Okay. Progress. Progress that can be erased in a moment's notice.
Nick says you're abnormally large. Nick, it's okay.
I think I've said before.
Just be your height.
Oh! I didn't even get the chance to try a leap of faith.
Womp womp.
Yeah, Nick, suck it up.
Yeah, like it's okay to just be your height. Like that's not bad.
I mean, I know people can be self-conscious about it.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I'm
not
short.
me. I've never been self-conscious about it because I'm so tall. That's true. Although it does mean that when I do run into people who are taller than me, I have a moment of concern. Because it happens so rarely.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said before, I'm on the cusp of freak tall, so if I'm around someone who's taller than me, I must be in the presence of a freak.
And that's what tall people love to hear.
I mean, Stephen Merchant is taller than me, and he's a freak. I think he would admit as much. He was cast in an X-Men movie as someone who looks really freakish. Okay. Okay. Momentum, momentum, momentum.
Yeah, so you got it. Loki's Wager saying, I'm shorter on average, even for a woman. I've gotten used to having to look up to everyone. Yeah, I mean, like, that's fine. I'm like 5'6". I'm also short. But, like, that's cool. Like, you just crane your neck to talk to a lot of people.
Yes. And it's not so great being tall. I mean, most things in the world are designed for people shorter than me. Like ATMs. Yeah. I have to basically do a little limbo dance to use an ATM. No, no, no. No! No! This shall not beat me.
Aww.
Okay, maybe it will. La 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 la.
Nick, I don't want to call you out on stream, but like you're not 5'8". Because I'm 5'6", and you're a little bit shorter than me.
Yeah, you're not
like
5'8", Nick.
You might be taller than Amy, but you're about Amy's size. I'm 5'6". I am 5'6".
Well, at least someone's internalized it.
How tall is Yahtzee? You're like 6'3"?
I'm 6'5".
6'5". All right.
Yes, I'm big and tall, me.
Big and tall, me. Was I wearing my 6-inch heels that day? Not that day, Lampy. Other days, yeah, absolutely. I love my 6-inch heels. SVS Guru with €5. Spend those anywhere. How often are you accosted by small old ladies at the supermarket asking for you to get something from the top shelf?
Well, you joke, but yeah, that happens quite a lot.
I'll say it happens to me. And again, 5'6", so like I can imagine it really happens to you.
Yeah. Although occasionally,
but I also really like it because it's like, oh, I'm so helpful.
Well, there was a time back in the days before airlines flogged the exit row as like an extra way to make money. One time I was like checking in for a flight, and they took one look at me and said, "I'm putting you in the exit row. Shut up. That is where you belong, you freak." Okay, I think I've realized something. I don't slide down the slidey wall if both my hands are gripping on it.
Oh. So there's a way to pause it for a moment.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, man, Centipede's Dilemma.
Centipede's Dilemma?
Yeah, it's when you've already done something and you do it fairly naturally, but now you're having to think about doing it, and suddenly you can't do it.
Why is that called Centipede's Dilemma?
Well, I think it's a reference to like an old animal fable that said, someone asked the centipede, how do you walk with so many legs? And the centipede was like, I just do. But then he tried walking and realized he couldn't anymore because he was thinking about it.
Oh, that's wild. I've never heard that, but that makes sense.
Why isn't this working anymore?
You gotta scramble faster.
What do you want from me?
It's funny because you have done this so many times.
Yeah.
Oh. 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 Okay, so if you were going to add leg controls to this game with how the arm controls work, what would you map them to make them like easily usable?
Well, that's the sticking point, isn't it? I'm thinking about it. I think the only thing you could do is plug in 2 USB pedals and use those with your feet while also holding the controller with your hands.
But how would you rotate the feet?
Okay.
Like you can move your arms.
Not pedals, 2 trackballs on the floor that you move with your feet.
All right. How do you act? Okay, so that's how you move feet. What do you do to engage foot?
Take it to a nice restaurant. Get the waiter to put a ring in a glass of champagne. Make sure they're playing the right music, and let nature take its course.
Got it. Eric Whiteshirt says, I would ask Yahtzee, how is the weather up there? But he keeps falling down.
Ha 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 ha. Because that's something you say to tall people.
You do say that to tall people. Like, legally, you have to say that to tall people. And you have to ask if they play basketball.
Yes, I remember being stopped in the post office by an elderly gentleman who said, "Hello, Lofty." Ha ha. When I was in the army, we called all the tall lads Lofty. And then the conversation just sort of died.
Lofty?
Yeah. Okay, we're back here.
Oh, sweet.
Now I have
Good
to
job.
do the... Oh.
Nice. You
Man,
passed the dinosaur bones.
I don't want to look at... I don't want to know what these guys' hands look like at this point. Okay.
They're just pure callus.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here
I'm a little worried about that skull and crossbones sign.
All right. That wasn't too
Wow,
hard.
good job.
Oh. See what I did wrong there. I said the phrase that wasn't too hard.
Mm-hmm. It heard you. It has mic controls.
That is exactly what I should not have said at precisely that moment. Speedrun, speedrun, speedrun.
Take the lesson. Take the lesson here. Anytime you do something good, immediately think, how can I now fail? And then You'll be fine.
That's good advice for everyday life, I'd say.
That's actually terrible advice. If I told that to my therapist, they would be like, don't do that. So don't actually do that.
Yeah, as your therapist got 500,000 subscribers on YouTube? I don't think so.
Probably not. But that's not the criteria I want my therapist to have. I mean, it's a good thing, but you know, it's like, does your doctor have 500,000 subscribers on YouTube? No, but I don't need them to be a doctor.
There's got to be professional therapists on YouTube with like 1 million views. What's the therapist equivalent of Legal Eagle?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know what they are. They're not in the shorts that I run across. But that's absolutely a thing, and I'm sure there are so many.
Yeah, everyone who's a professional, there's someone who's like a YouTuber who is that profession.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a professional writer. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Which, ironically, is probably someone who's not as good at that profession than the people that do it professionally, because that's probably why they're doing it on YouTube.
Do you think Legal Eagle's not that good a lawyer?
Oh, no. He's going to sue me for slander now, because I said that. Cade Brackenstone. I like that name. Tell me how to pronounce it. Says, exactly how tall are you, Yachts? It was 6'5"?
Yeah, I'm 6'5".
But he said exactly, so how many centimeters?
Oh, well, actually, I think I'm a little under, like 6'4" and a bit.
Oh, so you lied to us.
Okay. Well, you know, I round up to 6'5". It's like 6'4.5". But you only be that exact if you're short and self-conscious about it. Like saying, no, I'm not 5'2". I'm 5'2.4", actually.
Oh, Lampy says there were originally feet controls in the prototype, but the controls were too complex to be workable.
Yeah, that's why I said it could really work if you had 2 pedals.
Saber Lily with $4.99 over on YouTube says, I think the best way to get leg controls is to make it 2-player where one controls the arms and one controls the legs.
Oh, Christ. That'd be a fucking nightmare.
That's a real cookie and cream situation.
Yeah.
Which, I'm going to be honest, I would love to try.
Aha.
I think that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. You will not beat me. I am your master. I'm going to talk shit about you on a YouTube video. And everyone will think you're a dick.
I miss Goomber's super chat. Thanks, Nick. Let me scroll up and find it. Oh, I sure did. Hey, Goomber. Hey, I'm gonna say your name multiple times. Sorry for missing it the first time. Goom Bomber. Goo Bomber?
Goo Bomber.
Goomb. I like Goom Bomber. Yeah, but it's probably Goo Bomber though.
All right, here we go again. A
you
one,
got this.
and a 2, and a 3. Shit!
Goo Bomber with $5 says, getting over it became my Zen game after I beat it 20 times and got the muscle memory down. Maybe this game will be able to fill that niche as well. Ooh.
I guess
dang, 20 times.
First time was the charm, it seems.
Thanks, Nick, for letting me know. It is Goo Bomber? Okay.
Yes.
Goo Bomber confirms.
I've seen old. Okay. That was a silly mistake. I'm getting impatient.
That's what I find with these games, is you do eventually get impatient. Like, I don't like it's like, oh, I've done the opening enough times where it's like, I'm not having fun repeating the thing.
Just got to get through it.
Which is why I don't play these games. It's like if I had to replay the Asylum every time I died in...
Oh, man, I've completely lost it.
Yep. In Dark Souls, I'd be like, no. It's okay, you'll get it back. Yeah, see, look at that. I think that's your strategy right there.
Slightly creepy spider climb.
Yeah. It's just tiny arm spider climb.
Well, it's all very well if you've got a solid wall to do it on, but I usually don't. I'm having to get past all these gaps.
SVS Guru 2000 with €5. Spend those anywhere. It says, who do you think is the best YouTube lawyer of these three? Legal Eagle, Lawful Masses, or Bruce Rivers? Well, I've only heard of one of them.
Yeah, I've only heard of Legal Eagle.
Yeah.
He's sort of commanding the niche, as it were.
And is probably the head lawyer for, oh gosh, what's Nebula? Is that their streaming service?
Oh,
they're part of
the thing that's like expert documentary streams.
And also a bunch of YouTubers.
Yeah. Okay.
Which some of them do expert documentaries. Some of them are like, I do video essays on here. And that's cool too. Because I think like Jill Biernup is on there.
A lot of people conflate video essay and documentary.
That's true. Lampy with... Oh, go ahead.
I mean, documentaries are the things Nick makes. And video essays are the things Nick always complains about because they just keep ripping off his documentaries. And then act like they were the ones who did all the research and interviews and stuff.
Also, Lampy with 250 videos says, oh, just perfect time to read this. Congratulations. 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 Scraw, scraw. Congratulations. Congratulations. Or Jombly Wombly.
Yeah, it's that Evangelion reference again, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it came up in Windbreakers. Someone was quoting the last episode of Evangelion at someone.
Oh. Also, that theme song for Evangelion absolutely slaps.
Etc.
I will just straight up sing that at times, and every time I do, my partner joins in.
Then do you sing Fly Me to the Moon in a atrocious Japanese accent?
I've never done that. I would get put on a different list if I did that, and I don't want to be on that list either.
Boy, I've been seeing a lot of this branch. It's like an old friend. Okay.
Yeah, Nick says it's the Wikipedia docs that drive me nuts. That's fair, but also sometimes I just want someone to read Wikipedia articles to me. So I understand the want for that.
It's got to be a service where you can just go to a website and they'll just read everything out on it in text-to-speech.
Yes, there are. Like for the vision impaired.
Well, there you go.
But then that's text to speech. Like I want to hear a real human voice and add some inflection sometimes.
Well, give it a few years, you won't be able to tell the difference.
Oh no, I don't want to hear that. I'm not sure that will be the case because it's like that's also what people said in the 90s about CGI, and like 30 years later, yeah, we're still not there.
I'd say it's getting there. I think there's CG stuff you could see today that you'd never be able to tell wasn't filmed in real life.
There are some very specific things that are usually part of a wide shot.
Right.
And like some very specific, like, oh, the gun they're holding is superimposed.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so there's like specific things like that.
Okay, here we go again.
You got this.
Are we going to make progress this time?
For good luck, before we do that, I9. You can tell me how to pronounce the name if you want. Gives $2 to us and says, looking forward to Adventure is Nigh Season 4. How was the filming.
It was a lot of fun.
It was. It was a hoot and a holler.
No!
Oh, you didn't let go. Oh, you actually snagged yourself for a moment.
I was doing the 1, 2, 3 thing, and my weight caused my hand to detach from the cliff.
Dang.
Yes, the filming's always a laugh. We rent a B&B with like 1 million bedrooms, and we all hang out in the same house for a week or so.
And it's really fun.
Yeah.
Everybody's cool to hang around.
We go out to do the tourist stuff together, get some food in like the local places. And,
Some really good food.
Then we get McDonald's because we can't be asked.
Yeah, because we're hungry right now.
Yeah.
And pizza. We did get pizza from the same place like 3 shoot days in a row.
It was really good bloody pizza.
It was very good pizza.
Do we remember what it was called? Can we shout them out?
I think it was Paisanos.
Paisanos Pizza in DC.
I think it's a small chain in this area because we have some in like Virginia and Maryland.
Yes. We were actually recording in a studio, an actual studio that we were renting from a big news station. And it had proper lights and a sign outside the door saying "Do not disturb," and all kinds of stuff.
And everybody we talked to that worked there was very nice.
Yes, there were a couple of them were fans of mine.
Oh yeah, you and Jack got recognized.
Yeah, we were just we were taking a tour of the new studio, and some guy came up and said, "Oh my God, I'm just minding my own business at work," and then Yahtzee and Jack show up. Crazy.
Incardiodyne72, thanks for subscribing over on Twitch. And SVS Guru with €2 that says sharing bedrooms too.
Yeah, some of us had to share bedrooms. I didn't. I'm the talent.
Yeah, Casey and I shared a bedroom for a while until Nick left, and then Casey took Nick's room, which was just the basement.
Yeah, it was really just... They just stuck a bed in an awkward corner of the basement and called it a bedroom.
Yeah, there was also a bed in, like, the room that was connected to the kitchen that didn't have a door or anything, but there was a bed in there. So it was a bedroom with, like, zero privacy or blinds.
I learned my lesson. Don't go on 3, go on 2.
Oh, nice.
Neat. Okay. Don't let yourself swing too much, because then it pulls your hand off. That's not the way I like getting pulled off.
You don't want to get your hand pulled off.
Yeah. Why do you got to do this to me, game? Yep.
I'm surprised you can't grab the thing above it at all.
No, apparently not. If I can just grab this bit here. No, 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 no. Please don't. Please don't fall off. That would be lovely if you would not fall off. Thank you. No. Stop jiggling about.
Oh my gosh, why is he flailing so hard?
Stop flailing. Okay. Calm. Calm.
That's it.
Calm.
Beautiful.
Calmly moving my hand up here. And now I can just...
Yeah!
And... yes! Alright, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Mum.
The peak's right here.
Oh, Christ. Yeah. Oof.
Nice.
Now, this is bringing to mind when I used to go indoor rock climbing.
Yeah, this part actually looks very rock climby.
Just like using your momentum to just swing yourself up to get that extra couple of inches.
Says the 6'5" man.
Well, you know, I have a theory that everyone just needs to find the sport that they're built for. Not everyone's built for, like, football. Not everyone's built for 10-pin bowling. I happen to be built for indoor rock climbing. I'm very good at it. I'm very tall with big hands.
That also helps.
Yes.
Although being like, oh, being short and compact can help too, because then you can like less kind of calorie exertion when you're climbing, but
Well,
you can't reach as far.
I got to a waterfall. I call that a moral victory.
Definitely. Good news. Kate Brackenhuisen, with $2 says, told my BF your height. Now he has a crush on you. I like this super chat because you know 3 people heights, and you know it could be any one of us.
Yeah.
That he now has a crush on.
Maybe he likes short, fat men in Red Wings caps. I mean, Nick will complain if I call him fat, but you didn't see the huge box of cookies he ate this morning.
This morning? Were you looking at his cookies this morning?
I happen to know that... Oh, have we not mentioned yet? It's Nick's birthday.
Oh, that's right! It is Nick's birthday!
Yes. And in the staff chat this morning, he was telling us about a huge box of cookies he got sent. And he's going to eat them all and be a fat bastard.
There were some big-ass cookies.
Yeah.
And Lampy with 100 bits, just under 20 minutes left. Will Yahtzee make it out of the tutorial area?
I think you're just trying to get a rise out of me.
I'm curious if there is an actual checkpoint, like it is a tutorial area.
I don't believe this game has checkpoints. I do not believe that. I think it's doing the Bennett Foddy thing.
It would make sense. Oh, Lampy says no. 100 bits to let you know. Nope, tutorial ends at the basin by the waterfall. So you were almost there.
Oh, shit, a bugger bum poo.
Clem Manger, welcome to Tip Jar. Glad you're here. Nick says my mom didn't realize how big they were and got me a dozen. That's so many. Those cookies are huge.
Yeah, your mum never does realize how big things are, does she?
I don't know if that works, but it still made me laugh.
I guess it would work. That would work better as something like, you know, that's what your mum said. I didn't realize it would be that big. That's what your mum said.
Hey.
Yep.
Dougal says there are checkpoints.
All right, thank you. I mean, I feel like that's started sort of going against the spirit of the game, but okay.
I mean, it makes me slightly more interested in ever trying to play it, but... Lampy with 100 biddies saying, waka waka for the joke at Jombly. Good job. Jombly made a short joke on Nick over in Twitch. Jombly, if Nick bans you, let me know. I'll unban you.
Okay. Yep.
Nice. Can you hold on to that bone? Like, is that an actual
That's what
thing?
she said.
I was waiting on that. Oh, you can.
Yes, you can. If that's important to you.
I was curious if it was an actual interactive environment.
Okay. And a 1. And a 2. Every time I think this is like raising kids. Every time you think you got it down, something else starts fucking up that you didn't realize you'd fucked up. You think, oh, my kids just love bananas. I've figured this whole parenting thing out. I'll just buy bananas every day for the rest of their lives. So you buy like 500 bananas, and then they decide they don't like bananas anymore. And then you got 500 bananas you don't know what to do with. That's parenting. Yep. That's the entire extent of parenting.
That sounds accurate. I'm not a parent, so I can't confirm specifically, but that sounds 100% accurate. John Rashara, Rashara. I love that name.
Rachel Ghoul.
Rachel Ghoul. Thanks for subscribing on Twitch. And Incardine72, thanks for gifting a sub to Hangry Giant.
Oh, thank you.
Speaky says baked banana bread. A lot of banana bread with 500 bananas. Billy Will Boy for £5 says for Nick's newfound giant cookie addiction with a red eyes Nick emoji.
Oh.
Yep.
Swim me, lovely swim.
Oh, Stanley Ross with 100 CZK. Physic?
Something.
What kind of money is a CZK?
Czech Republic something, I think.
Okay, that scans. Says, I highly recommend devlog for this game. It has an amazing amount of developer, quote, finds the fun as he prototypes. Also, any chance of Starstruck Vagabond coming to Mac eventually? Also, happy birthday, Nick.
Well, I'm glad the developer found the fun. I'm sort of struggling to at this point. Starstruck for Mac, if somebody else ports it, maybe. I've tried to port games for Mac in the past, and it's a huge pain in the ass. It's like Mac just don't want people to develop software for them. You gotta jump through so many fucking hoops.
So, can you, okay. Is it easier to design for Mac or to design for a browser? Because if you could do it on a browser, could a Mac person play it on a browser?
I guess. But you're sacrificing a lot of potential processing power with a browser.
That's true.
Yeah.
But between sacrificing processing power but having a game and not having a game because you can't use a Mac, what is the better option?
I don't know. I'm going to get the ledge this time. It's going to happen. I believe in
bananas.
me.
100 bananas.
Yeah. Oh, I touched it. You saw that.
You did touch it. The game cheated you. Steve the Rabbit with $10 says, this game reminds me of Chris Sharma, I don't know who it is, a famous climber known for deep water soloing, which is climbing cliffs over bodies of water so he doesn't need a rope. Yahtzee is just as intrepid. Wow.
See, that seemed deep water soloing was like those underwater cave divers that there's like 500 horrific YouTube documentaries about.
Oh my gosh, I hate seeing clips from those.
Yeah, like I watched a video about some dude like who got lost in a cave underwater and drowned, and then there's like 900 additional horror documentaries from various channels, all on different people who all disappeared and drowned in different caves.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to happen a lot in the world of cave diving.
Well, it's extremely dangerous.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh, that was very impressive.
Intended. Oh, yeah.
Keaton Kitsune with $20. I know how to say Kitsune. Just to be pedantic and mean-spirited. All right, good. When climbing, you use your legs to pull yourself up. Your arms aren't as strong and build up lactic acid faster. In short, this game is totally unrealistic.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Speaking to my experience as an indoor rock climber.
Yeah, your legs are absolutely important.
Yeah. That's
We're
why
with you,
wear,
Kitsune.
That's why you got to wear special climbing shoes. So you can dig your toes into the cracks and put your weight on them.
Yeah, they got like the little like hook at the end.
Well,
Well, some of them do.
Oh, mine don't.
Oh, okay.
Mine are just like sort of leathery socks, so just so you can like really get your toes in.
Oh. Miss Harmony at $1.99. It says shirtless Master Chief poster for Nick's happy birthday, HBD. Yeah, we all got to get together and get a muscular shirtless Master Chief display for Nick.
Yeah, I can picture it. Just a huge buff torso with a Master Chief helmet on the top.
Yeah. Just the Master Chief helmet, nothing else.
Yeah, pretty easily photoshopped, I think.
Not even. I'm sure it already exists.
Yeah.
We could just find it. Besmirch with $2 from the Americas says this is the Dark Souls of climbing games.
I thought if I didn't make a fuss about it and just tried to do it quickly, I would do it. But I did not.
Maybe you should practice jumping just right here, so you can like get a handle on like consistent jumping.
Wee, like this. Yep.
Yeah. Robo Knob the Snob with $5.99 of the euros says Yahtzee. What engine did you use for Starstruck Vagabond? I jumped right into Unreal, and it's damn pain to work with animations.
I use Game Maker Studio, as I frequently say. I think we'll be partnering with them on some sponsorship stuff soon. Yeah, I'd say Game Maker Studio would be definitely my recommended engine to use, as long as you only want to use 2D graphics. For 3D, it's dog shit. But if you're just making like a 2D sprite game, Game Maker Studio has everything you need.
Nice. There you go, Robo Knob.
But who needs to make a full 3D game, really?
Right, name one good full 3D game.
I mean, how many gameplay styles absolutely necessitate full 3D graphics? First-person shooters, granted. Maybe flight simulators.
I would argue some RPGs.
Some
Like
RPGs.
I feel like Dark Souls is better as a 3D game than if it were 2D or like that like top-down kind of isometric view.
You say that, but there's so many 2D Dark Souls games that create the essence of Dark Souls combat in a 2D space.
I agree, and I don't think any of them are as good.
Well, fair enough.
I think that there is something that lends itself really well to that style. Oh, Katamari Damacy? Chris, that was a really good answer.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sean Harriman says the Climb 1+2 in VR is pretty good. I think it's talking about other climbing games.
Right.
A VR climbing game sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think I've played a couple of those. In fact, Half-Life Alyx has a sort of vaguely climbing mechanics to it.
Maelstrom.
I did it before. I did it a whole 2 times.
Maelstrom says GTA started in 2D. I agree. Or I don't agree. I just confirm. Yes, in fact, it did. And I think the 3D ones are way better.
Yeah, there's a reason why they didn't become a blockbuster franchise until GTA 3.
Yeah. It's cool what they did with it.
Yes.
But yeah, 3D is way better. Also, 3D, I would say Twisted Metal. So car combat.
Alrighty. Fair enough.
I think that works. So I guess racing games too.
What about
maybe?
What about Micro Machines? That was a really good 2D racing game.
Good point. All right, so I'll say car combat, and I will say nothing about racing. Also, I don't really play racing games, so I don't have much to say about them anyway.
No, I don't usually, but occasionally I found something cathartic about vehicle-based gameplay, like Pacific Drive recently.
Yeah, you did like that one.
Yeah, and I really liked Drive for San Francisco back in the day.
Oh, that's the one where like you're in a coma or something?
Yeah, you're in a coma dream, and in the coma dream you have car driving superpowers.
I need to play that game. Is that available on like modern PC?
I doubt it because it's a Ubisoft game.
Oh shoot, no, it's not
what they're
available
like.
anywhere then. Yeah.
Like my wife was playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood like the other day, and she yesterday she came to me complaining like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood literally today just updated and removed online features, so now I can't get all these fucking achievements relating to the online like trading minigame. And
Wow.
she had a very big narc on about it.
That happened to me in Mass Effect 3 because there's part of your like advancement in the single player part of the game requires you to play the multiplayer, which is no longer available.
Yes, I remember that.
So you can't get a good ending.
Okay. I made the jump and I didn't even make a fuss about it.
Good job.
Oh, it's doing that thing again. Gentle, gentle, gentle.
While you're doing that, Keaton Kitsune with another $2 says Ultima Underworld only worked 3D. Only worked in 3D. Ultima Underworld. Which one was that?
Oh, that was the full 3D Ultima game that was sort of a precursor to System Shock 1.
Oh.
By the same guys, I think.
Oh.
You know what? Cool. I made the jump on my last attempt. I'm going to call that a moral victory and say that's the end of the stream.
All right. Well, we got a few more super chats with Cade Brackenhudson with $5 says, Nick, I used to work at a cookie place. There was an exclamation point there, so I had to shout it. I used to work at a cookie place and got to take home a ton of unsold cookies every night. It was great. That does sound great. Yachts was talking about your height. Yeah, so you're the person the boyfriend has a crush on.
Okay.
Because you're tall.
I am very tall, so, it's true.
Congratulations.
But it's
your tallness.
I always think it's weird when people have a height preference for the person they date.
Yeah.
It's like when you see the online online dating account saying no one under 6 foot. It's like, seems a bit, I mean, this is obviously a world I'm not part of because I've always been very tall, but that's a little bit
I can understand the like appeal of like, wow, this person's tall and I find that attractive. But yeah, the hard cutoff of I will not date this person unless
I mean,
this height is met. That one I don't get.
They might have the perfect personality that matches you in every way.
Yeah.
But you won't even just give them the time of day if they're not tall enough. I mean,
yeah. That one, I can't stand by that.
Seems a bit surface level. All right, let's play Guess the Game for a bit. What's this? What's this game, Jesse?
Oh my god!
Figure it out now.
Bubsy 3D.
It's 3 toothpaste-colored droplets of spunk against a blurry checkerboard background.
Yeah, so it's Bubsy.
I'll guess Bubsy 3D. No.
Oh, no.
It says the original release was too old for Metacritic, so it doesn't have a Metacritic score. But I'm thinking it's like a PS1 era sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking PS1 as well. Also, thank you for the horns. Yeah, I swapped them out with the mushrooms. I have mushrooms, bat wings, and horns my partner got me. I have absolutely no idea. Is this like a... There's like something between these chess pieces.
Yeah, there's like a beam connecting the weird little party hats on the bricky background.
Lampy says, I got 100 bits to say I got you covered. Check your Discord DMs. And Lampy sent me a picture of a muscular man with a Master Chief helmet and just some like metal green briefs. It's a really good picture.
Yep, had to be somewhere. All right, what do we think this is?
Let me go back. I have to get off of Lampy's Discord. It's definitely PS1 era, like N64, PS1.
I'd say so. I'm going to skip to the next one.
Goo Bomber with $2 says, have you seen Gray Leno Show?
Can't say I have.
I've never heard of Gray Leno Show, Goo. What is that?
Original platform N64.
Is that like Body Harvest or something?
Body Harvest. Outlast. No.
Okay.
It's a platform shooter, sci-fi stroke futuristic.
Oh, what was that one where it was like it's like there's a dog and a scientist?
Uh
Oh my gosh, I have no idea.
there could be a few games you're talking about there. MDK?
Yeah, maybe it was MDK. I don't think this is MDK though. But I think I was
No.
thinking of MDK.
No, I don't think this is a game I've played. I never had an N64 back in the day, of course. What does the chat think? Bomberman 64?
Yeah, some people say Bomberman, but I don't think that's it.
Robotron 64.
Robotron?
Well, Gargdargus seems confident. Let's say it's Robotron 64. Oh, hi.
Oh, wow.
You were right, Gargdargus. Yep, it's a game I've never played or seen before today.
Yeah, same. Heck, it's Robotron 64.
Okay, what else we got?
Advent Rising.
Random? What makes you say that?
It looks like Xbox era graphics. There's like stuff floating in space, and there's not a lot of like detail to it. But it has like a sci-fi feel.
Advent Rising? Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Although it is starting to look familiar.
Metacritic score of 81. Okay, it's definitely not Advent Rising.
I'm not sure I've played Advent Rising.
Me either. It's an arcade twin stick shooter, but the N64 only had one stick. How did that work?
It had two sticks. It's just they were really awkwardly positioned.
Well, one was a D-pad.
And there was like the one on the middle thing.
That was an actual stick. But the other one was a D-pad. I guess you could use D-pad to stick, but that would be D-pad and stick.
I'm pretty sure there were two sticks.
On the N64?
Yeah, because they introduced controlling the camera with it in Mario 64.
No, that was the C buttons. There was A and B, and then there was an up, down, left, right C buttons that you could use for camera control. But yeah, it wasn't a stick.
Okay. Well, it wasn't Advent Rising. It's something... hang on.
Trials?
Rollerdrome.
It's not Rollerdrome.
Our original platform Wii U.
That's Splatoon.
Yeah, that looks like Splatoon to me. Huh. I didn't remember Splatoon being so low res, but then I guess I'm more used to the more recent ones.
Yeah, that first one.
Yeah, that was mean.
I guess it's like a far away low poly version of a thing.
Now this does look familiar in that it's barrels in a dungeon, which could be like 19 games.
Yeah. That's a lot of different games.
No, it's not. It's not Thief, Gargdarkus. I'd recognize it if it were Thief.
Ooh, Mount and Blade? That's a good guess. Dungeon Keeper, says Lampy. It's not Dark Souls. I don't think it's Dragon's Dogma.
Okay, which Mount and Blade do you think it is?
Ooh.
Warband? No.
What? Is this Ultima? Is Ultima 3D?
No, because that looks to me like the butt of a gun.
See, I thought it was a leather-bound book.
Well, maybe that says something about our different personalities.
One person sees literature, the other sees a weapon. It's Gun for the PlayStation.
Gun?
Yeah, there was a game called Gun. I don't think it's actually Gun for the PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm aware of a game called
Gun. Or PlayStation 2. Resident Evil 4? No, I don't think it is.
Modern siding on the shed, Morgan Harper points out.
Oh. Okay, so dungeon, but then...
So those barrels look a bit cartoony to me.
Mm-hmm.
See, the view of a shed makes me think of It Takes Two, but I don't think it's that.
Yeah.
Also, Metacritic score 82%. It Takes Two did way better than that.
Humane Shield with $9.99. Dang. Says, have either of you read the book Paradox Bound? time travel in search of the American dream, chased by the faceless men of the government. Is that the whole? Like, I kept thinking it was going to end, and it just kept going. So, the book Paradox Bound: Time Travel in Search of the American Dream, chased by the faceless men of the government. Is that the whole name of the book?
I can't say I've ever read that, or indeed a book called Paradox Bound.
I'll look this up now.
Okay, I need to guess something. Boneworks. Okay.
Paradox Bound by Peter Kleins. I have read that book.
Original platform PS2, Xbox 360. So that sort of era.
Oh, Rob the Knob. I missed a super chat from you. Where? I did miss a super chat. I'm sorry. Rob the Knob, the Snob, 5.99 of the euros, says, I just want to make a third-person survival horror game to escape the horror of corporate software development. Frowny face. Dang. I'd play it. To be honest, I love a horror game based on like a concept like that.
The Sims Medieval. That was a game, wasn't it?
I've never heard of it if it was.
I guess the game doesn't seem to believe.
Knob, I'm sorry. Because I feel like the frowny face at the end meant that it was real.
Okay, someone says it's Call of Juarez. Fine, I'll guess Call of Juarez. Nope. It's a stealth game.
Oh, it's Hitman.
Yes, it's one of the Hitmans.
I bet it's Blood Money. Because I think I remember that chicken suit.
What chicken suit? Oh yeah, he's wearing the chicken suit. Yeah, that's definitely Hitman Blood Money. Yay, we did it.
Yay.
Yeah, we'd all have got it by number 5, I'm sure.
Yeah. There's a freaking barcode on the back of the head.
Yeah, what else could it be? Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Oh,
and Humane Shield. Oh,
I gotta know what this is. It looks so familiar immediately. This is one of the Ratchet and Clanks, isn't it?
I've never played a Ratchet and Clank, so maybe.
Yeah, you haven't played any games, we know that.
I've never played a single game in my life.
I think it's one of the more recent ones. Maybe Rift Apart? Oh, and not the right franchise. Damn, I was so sure.
Also, Humane Shield, I have read Paradox Bound by Peter Kleins, if that's the book you're referring to, and I did like it.
Okay.
Someone's saying Brink? Splitgate?
I don't think it's Brink. It looks a little bit Talos Principle-y, but it's not that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, one of those, it looks really nice puzzle games.
Yeah. Man, I just still think it's Ratchet and Clank, frankly.
What's that new one that just came out?
Original platform PC, it says. The new one.
What was that? Yeah.
Oh, yes, the puzzle one. The puzzle game.
Yeah.
The open world puzzle game.
The open world puzzle game. It has a name.
Islands of Insight.
Yeah, that sounds right. It's probably not.
It's on. No, it's not on the database.
Oh well.
Oh well.
All right then. Someone's saying I want to say Riven.
No.
I feel like that's too
Riven?
high res for Riven.
It can't. No, that's not Riven.
What's the one that was made by the people that made Riven that Jamate did the video about that has the worst puzzle he's ever experienced? What was the name of that game?
Oh, I remember him telling me, and I forget the game completely.
Yeah. Jamate.
Jay.
Super fans of Jamate. What's the name of the game in his video about the worst puzzle he's ever played?
Well, if it was
Abducted?
Oh,
shoot, that's a gun.
First person shooter. Splitgate.
Someone said Splitgate earlier.
I don't know what that is, but okay. Yes, that's what it is.
You were right.
Hey, well done, whoever that is. Yeah, I wouldn't have got this.
It's like a first-person shooter multiplayer, but everybody has
portal guns. Yeah,
they have portal guns.
Yeah, I see that.
That's the gimmick.
All right. Well, let's call it a stream then, everyone. Thanks for watching Yahtzee Tries. We're back. We've been away for a few weeks, and now we're back. The edited videos will be back as well. We dropped those because the editor Jesse, not this Jesse, the other Jesse, was on Adventurous Night Season 3. But now that's over with. He's back on and able to work on my stupid vanity project. So we'll be putting out an edited video, not this weekend, the weekend after next, incorporating this stream and next week's stream. Okay. So in the meantime, I got to remember to remind everyone, it's only 2 or 3 days left in the Adventurers Night card game Kickstarter.
Yes.
Yes, I'm hoping we'll bump that up to 200k before the end. Because remember, that's funding Slugfest Games, and it's also funding us, because we're going to get a cut of that, because it's our IP. And it's also a great card game. We played it a bunch while we were in Washington. We played like an exclusive demo version.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fun.
Last week on Slugfest's Twitch, which you can watch on there, and their YouTube channel, I was playing with them. So it was 4 of us. It was 3 of them and me. And they have someone else, I don't know if it's been announced yet, that's going to be playing with them tomorrow evening on their channel.
Possibly someone famous, possibly someone closer to home.
Yeah, someone famous, someone with ties to Adventurers Nigh. So you can check that out. I believe it's 7 Eastern on their Twitch channel, which is Slugfest Games.
Yeah, that'll be the last push for donations. Do back the project. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And all of the stuff is unlocked. So you get to pick your art style, you get bonus stuff for all the extras. It's pretty great.
Yeah, you'll get it all. Okay, what else? A sort of fully Ramblematic video went out today that was just an edit of some highlights of some stuff we did at GDC. Not including everything we did at GDC, because some of it's still under embargo, but we're going to have a proper video covering everything we saw later on. Possibly next week, maybe even the week after. But this week's FR was just me talking about how I got to showcase Starstruck Vagabond at the Mix event and how it was jolly nervy. I've also got
jolly nervy.
Jolly nervy.
That's a good phrase.
Have you met my friend? He's jolly nervy. Oh, please. Nervy was my dad's name. Just call me Jolly. Yes, I've also got a semi-Ramblematic dropping tomorrow, if Matt pulls his finger out. What have you got to plug, Jesse?
Hot Monday Energy on Mondays. And then I think that's the only stream I've got. I don't remember what all's been announced. And yeah, I'm working on Adventurers Nigh Season 1 and 2 remastering. So, yeah. Flashy. I had fun trying to make Doors emote today. It was great.
Nice. How did you settle on just a couple of little woodworm as eyebrows?
No, I went through a lot of eye expressions, and then also had to learn how to make a door open and close when that wasn't a built-in asset. It was really fun. So, very animated Dory. I'm excited.
So, well, it sounds like we've almost got the pilot episode done. Hope you're not holding out for the entire season 1 and 2 to be out pretty soon, but you know, it'll keep you going while you wait for season 4. All right, I guess that'll be it from us. Remember to like and subscribe and follow the Patreon. Please subscribe to the Patreon. It is how we all live and eat and feed our families.
That's very true.
Like this adorable dog. Subscribe to the Patreon and some of the money goes right into this little dog's tummy.
But not the human bodies that you're trying to hide.
No. Well, they don't need any food because they're dead.
Well, no, I meant feeding the dog. None of the food going in the tummy is human.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got some wires crossed there. No, don't you worry about that. You donate the Patreon, and I won't have to feed human flesh to this dog, and he will never get a taste for it.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
Wave. Bye.